Okay.
So you go on this, and then you go on YouTube and press a little thingy at the bottom, and then you search in a password, and then you can make your own.
Ooh, I'll have to remember that. Okay, so we're going to get started, and we'll get to do some things with the glue, and we're going to learn something new today, okay?
And
It's going to be some fun stuff. So, you guys ready? Okay. So before we begin, ready, Noah, can you guys show me with a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you know what a good is? Good. Oh, yeah, what's a good, Lola?
Where you be good and where you behave.
Behave, yes. What about you, Noah?
Where you do it.
Uh-huh. I see. What is your answer?
Be responsible.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Be respectful.
And respectful. Good. So, my next question is, with a thumbs up or a thumbs down, do you know what a service is? A service. Yeah, that's all right if you don't. Yeah, that's all right. Lola, what do you think a service is?
Where you, like, is your main word, like, it do everything for you?
You do everything? I like that answer. That's very good.
Do you know how to spell our name?
I do. I have some of your papers. Okay. So we're going to keep learning about goods and services. We're going to find out more about it, okay? So I made this book for you, and it talks about goods and services and what they are. Okay, let's find out. Ready? So a good is an object that is useful. A bike is a good. So Lola had said that a good was something like if you behave and if you're nice, which is if you're good, that is true. But this, another word or another definition for good is an object that is useful. So a bike is a good. A service is something someone does for another person. So fixing a bike is a service.
That's rude.
It could be helpful. Yeah. Driving a friend in a car is a service. A car is a good because a car is an object. And if you're driving your friend in a car, it's something you do for someone else.
A car is a good thing. You supposed to drive by yourself.
So the girl picks flowers. She picks the flowers for her mom. She is doing something for someone else. Is that a good or a service?
A service.
Why is it a service?
Because you do something for the other person.
Something for someone else, right?
That's a service.
Yeah, so is a flower a good or a service?
A good.
A good, and why is it a good?
Girls.
You can smell flowers, yeah.
And it's good because you cannot pick the flowers for the butterflies and the bees. And you can grow food on it.
And you can grow food. Yeah, so we had said a good was an object that you can use. So you can use for food, for the flower, or you can use flowers for bees and animals and all those things. It's something you can use. So milk is an object that is useful. It helps your bones grow strong. Is doing your homework an object?
Yes.
Or is it something you do?
It's something.
Doing your homework
is an object.
It's an object. So if you're writing and you're thinking, are you doing your homework for your teacher or is it an object? Is it something you
do it for your teacher?
You do it for your teacher and you do it for yourself?
Yes. Yeah, and you do it for your mom. And you do it to learn.
You do it to learn?
I wrote a song.
Yeah. Can you show me later? Yeah. Ready? So, yeah, you're ready. So we'll look here for a second real quick, okay?
And you can do homework
Uh-huh.
to learn, and you can go to different grades.
And you can't, do you think that's a good or a service then? If you're doing something.
Good.
So remember, a good is an object.
A service.
And a service is something you do for someone else.
A service.
It's a service because it's something you do.
Yes, so you can read.
And you can read, you're right. Is a pencil an object or is it something you do? Angie, what do you think? Is it an object or something you do? A pencil.
Something you do.
Something you do. So, can you hold a pencil in your hand?
Yeah.
we'll pretend this is a pencil. Can you hold objects in your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually a pencil is an object, so it's a good.
That's kind of like a pencil.
It is kind of like a pencil, you're
But
right.
it doesn't have a eraser.
Uh-huh. So a construction worker built a house. Is this a good or a service?
A service.
Why is it a service?
Cause it can do things for other people.
Yeah, you're doing something for someone else. Yeah, you're building.
Like building
construction
a house
worker.
or something for
Like
somebody
for
else.
your boss.
For your boss, yeah, you're doing, that could be the person you're building it for. Yes, Noah.
Because you can help, because you can build stuff that is, that you're, and you that you can build build to stuff. your boss.
And you can, you're right. So that is a service. So now we're going to think of other goods and services. Okay, so I would like you two to work together, and then you three are going to talk together really quick. Can you tell your partner a good in our school? What is an object in our
Who do
school?
I talk to?
You can talk to Noah and Angie. What do you think? What's a good? An object in your, so can you three can you tell someone an object in your school? Can you tell Noah and Angie?
I see the object to do is homework. I see, that you can make stuff. That you can make stuff. That you
Responsible and respectful.
So what's an object we can use? Something in our hands that we can use.
A
A pencil is a good. Yeah, those are objects.
So how about,
a body. Or
How
not a
about,
body, but
I know, yeah.
how about, chairs?
A chair is a good one. Angie, do you have an idea of a good in our school? What's an example?
I got a baby brother.
Yeah, I like that. So we'll get you here one soon. So next, I would like you to turn to your partner and can you give an example of a service in our school? What's something you do for someone else in our school?
Drive a car. That's
Driving a car? Yeah.
and riding a bike.
Riding a bike,
where you pick up people. Pick up people.
picking up people, yeah, like in their car, you're on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uber.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. So now that I've heard all
Uber Eats.
You're right. So now that I've heard so many good answers, we're going to do this activity together where we're going to sort our pictures into goods and services. And Nara. Oh, no, you got it. We're going to do it together.
Yay.
Angie and Nina. Okay. So don't open our bags quite yet, okay?
I have colors already. Why not be here and above?
Yeah.
I just want to check
I did that one for you. Oh, Angie. Okay. So we're going to look at this chart that has goods and services. What sound do you hear at the beginning of goods? Good. So which one of these do you think says goods? Can you point to it on your paper? Yep.
I know what good
Good.
is.
What's a good?
A good
Is
is
where
like
you-
you listen to a teacher, you listen
That
to
is
them,
one. Yeah, that's one good. What's the good we're talking about today? Yeah.
being
It's where you
responsible.
where you say nice things to people.
That is one good. So we're talking about goods.
And you like do chores for your mom.
And you do. That is. So if you do chores, do you think that's a good or a service?
A service.
A service because it's something you're doing for someone else.
Yeah.
A good, we're looking at objects.
But they're actually doing it so people doesn't know, so people doesn't think that's an accident.
Yeah, so ready, we're gonna go through these cards. Awesome. So before we do our sort, I'm going to show you a picture and I'm going to say what it is. So when we start doing this, we know what our pictures are, okay? So we'll listen very closely. Well, this is flowers,
Okay.
a couch,
Ooh.
walking a dog,
Okay. Okay. That is
Books.
a service. I like books. When you books is not a
do
service.
you want to hold on to that? Yep, hold on to your thoughts because we're gonna sort these and you'll be able to use these and you guys know which group they go in. Ready, Anina? So this is driving a cab.
What's a
Cab?
A cab, so do you know what a taxi is?
No.
Yeah.
What's a taxi?
That means when you don't have a car, someone can come come and pick you up.
Yeah, it's kind of like Uber. It's kind of like an Uber.
It's a Uber.
It's kind of like that. So here's an iPhone.
Ooh.
I got
I'm
iPhone, but
dropping
I
it.
broke it.
Yeah, ready? Here's an author. Babysitting.
But
Basketball. 1 second, ready? Feeding a fish. And a cupcake. Okay. So I'm going to pick one. Can you all, you can open your bags now. Can you find a flower?
Okay.
Let's find our flower picture. You can take them all out if you need to set them on the table for now.
Oh, there's a basketball.
Oh,
But
you
she's
can
not-
color this.
No, she's not
I
looking
did
for a
color them, yeah.
basketball.
So, yep, we'll find our flowers and we'll hold on to them.
I want a basketball.
Amina, did you find your flowers?
It's right here.
Perfect. Do you have your flowers?
Oh, I like these color books. It's
Yep, so I'll have you hold on to your flowers.
Look at this
So do you think
basketball.
flowers, Amina, do you think flowers are, I don't know. Ready, so are flowers objects or are they things we do?
The thing we do cause like you gotta put the flowers up.
So if you're putting the flowers up, but what about the flowers? Ready, Nala? Do you think flowers are objects? Are they something we can hold?
Something we can hold.
Or are they things we do? Something we do for someone else. What do you think?
We
Things
oh,
we-
something we do.
So just the flowers, not picking flowers, just flowers. If there were flowers on the table in front of us, is that an object or something we do?
Something we do. Cause
Something
I'm not
we do?
put the flowers up. When the flowers not up and you gotta fix it for your like
Tiny real
people.
phone is this floated.
Maybe
into
later.
a
You want to
big
make it
phone.
later? Yeah, I think that sounds great. Ready? So let's think first. So if there was a flower on our table, is that an object? Is it a thing? Is it just a thing? Yeah. If we were to pretend if there were flowers on our table, this would be a thing. So it's a good. So let's put under a
Is
good.
that a flower? Is that
So
a
we'll take.
flower?
Yeah. Do you
How
have your
about
phone?
we just have the big side?
So we're gonna put it on the good because it's an object. Yep.
It's hard to open.
Do you need some help? Oh, you have it. Yep.
I'm just
You are strong, I can tell.
I can carry a whole calendar.
Wow. Ready? So where do we put our flower, our
Ooh, I
object?
got purple.
This
On
one.
good.
I want
Goods or services? Good. So
Services.
actually, goods. It's an object. It's something we can hold.
So we can put it on good.
Under goods. Yeah.
What is this?
Okay. I just wanted to
How
make
about a
sure.
basketball? I can get.
Oh yes, we'll get to that one. Okay.
Where do the flowers go?
Oh, where are your flowers?
Or this.
Oh yes, we'll get to that one soon. Can you all find feeding a fish?
That's easy.
Feeding a
Wait for me.
This is basketball.
Ooh, the purple ones are.
Did we lose your flowers?
Basketball.
Oh, there they are.
Good.
Good. Angie has feeding a fish. Noah has feeding a fish.
Wait a minute.
Basketball.
That's a service.
But
Ready? Let's find feeding a fish. Lola. Do you see it over there?
Kind of the same. Feeding a fish. I need a fish.
Do you have yours?
It may be because like you feed the fish for somebody, so I'll put it over here.
Oh, I like your thinking.
Oh,
Wait.
actually,
Okay, so everybody has feeding a fish?
basketball.
So I think that one's yours. So Lola, ready, Nala and Amina? Ready? I think Lola's going to share why this is a, what did we say it was? A good, or is it something we do for someone else? Or is it an object we hold?
We do somebody else.
Yeah, what are you doing in this?
If you want to color this, somebody feeds the fish and you don't feel good.
It's something you do for someone else. So is that a good or a service?
A
Something you do for
service.
someone else.
Service.
A service. So let's put
Why
that
did
under our
you didn't color yours?
service.
Why did you didn't color yours?
I wanted to give you guys the cool ones. Okay, so Nala, where do we put our feeding a fish? Something we do for someone else under our service.
Why are you thinking that color?
I wanted to give you guys the colored one, the cool ones. Okay, and one more. Let's find a cupcake. A cupcake.
Okay, I know.
You know, oh, you do know where it is.
I know.
Lola, do you know where your cupcake is? Okay.
I already found this. That's why it's not yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mine is pretty too. No,
Mine is
it's
pretty
orange.
yellow.
They're orange, you're right.
No, I'm not talking about.
Nala, do you have your cupcake?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Let me see your cupcake, Lola.
So,
Ooh.
is a cupcake a good or a service? Is it an object or is it something you do?
It's not a pink. It's this.
And what is, so, ready, Nala? Nala and Amina, ready?
What
Let's
can
listen.
you then do like
So, Noah, can you tell me if this is a good or a service? An object or something you do?
It's an object.
An object, it's a cupcake. It's, if there was just a cupcake on the table, it's a thing, it's an object on the table, so it is a,
You gotta make it from your service.
so is it a good or a service?
It's good.
So it's actually a good, because if a cupcake was just sitting on the table, it would be an object. It's just sitting there. Okay, so now I would like you all to look at our pictures again. I will definitely tell you. Okay, so now we're going to keep working. I would like you guys to try these on your own, okay? If we need any help, I'm here to help you. And if you don't know what a picture is, we can go over that together too.
Where are you gonna go?
Nope, I'm gonna be right here. Yep, so you can pick any one you want,
Wait a minute, what's your boy look
like an iPhone.
iPhone 11.
My book and my
Guess
basketball.
what? I'm having a birthday party
And I'm
for
going.
me today because I'm getting an iPhone.
That's exciting. Ready?
We have to go late.
Ready, let's find our iPhone.
I got an iPhone.
And I got my birthday party.
Oh, that's so fun. So ready, we're gonna, that is awesome. Can you tell me about that later, Noah? Yeah, ready? So Nala, we'll talk about your birthday party after, but for now, we're going to find an iPhone. Where is our iPhone? Ooh, so let's think about this. We're not gonna say it out loud. Perfect. Can you put it under goods or services? So an object. An iPhone is an object.
Oh, I saw this paper.
Good. Nala, where do you think you'll put your iPhone?
That's a golden one. That's a golden one.
Lola, I'm gonna set your coat right here.
That's an
Just
iPhone.
because it's not an object.
That's
It's
cool.
not a service. So it's an object to play on.
Wait, is it?
It's an object to
It's
play
an
on.
old phone.
So I'm gonna put
So
it on.
Angie, do you think an iPhone is an object?
We can call it like old.
Oh, you accidentally put that one there. You can switch
We
it.
can call it old iPhones.
Yeah. So do you think an iPhone is an object or something you do? Good. So keep working.
Object.
Yeah, keep working.
So I can pick
Whichever one you want on this. Yeah.
Copy what
An
I
object.
pick. No, I'll copy what you pick.
Why is it an object?
You wanna pick the
Because
car?
it's on the table.
Yeah. If it's sitting on the table. It's,
Pick it up.
yeah, you can pick it up. That's good. Yes.
This is the
It's
object.
an object. So is that a good or a service? Something that's an object.
Good. A heart.
It won't show up.
Because you got white. Holding a baby.
It's an object. I need to stop it down.
She's
What is this?
holding a baby.
So she is babysitting.
Yeah, that's
Babysitting.
babysitting. Where? Why
For someone that
means this.
But what?
And what do you remember what that's called?
Pick this. I'm just pick.
Doing something for someone else's
What
egg.
is
Book.
it?
Service. Good
It's
job.
service.
Angie. Yeah.
Service.
I mean, what do you think about that? What's that picture?
This is a
Ooh, a
service.
book. Ooh, good. Yeah.
This is a basketball thing. It's basketball thing. Like somebody
So
was
it's a
taking the
ball,
dog
yes.
out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and someone's doing something for the dog.
Yeah. That's a service.
It is a service.
So this is a good.
A good. A basketball is a good. Because if a basketball was sitting right here on our table, not doing anything, it's an object.
under here.
Yeah.
It's an object.
So which one do you think it is?
I
Good.
see.
Yeah.
Do basketball.
I see basketball. So when they say basketball. Where did it go?
So Amina,
I
what
think
is that?
it's
A basketball. Where do you think a basketball is? So is it an object, a good thing, or is it a service, something you do?
What's my bang my hair?
Alright. Yeah.
After she bang my
Okay,
hair.
I'm done.
Nala, and when you're done with that, can you find walk walking a dog for me. So I'll let you put your basketball where you think it goes.
My name is
So
right here.
it is, yeah. I put it there, Kaylee. It's all yours. Now, Nala, is a basketball something you hold, or is it something you do? If a basketball was sitting right here on our table,
No.
I will hold it.
you can hold it. It's an
It's an
object. Is that a
object.
good or a service? So this is a couch. A couch.
Is traveling a
No, let's think.
service
So,
or
Is a couch
It's good.
something you do for someone or something else? Or is it something,
Wait.
a thing that sits on an object?
A thing.
A thing. So is that a good or a service?
So can that be a
Good, yeah.
service?
Well, we
Right, so let's do this one together.
What?
So what is now walking the dog? Why is walking the dog a service?
Girl, follow my
I want to see what you know.
Yeah,
You
no.
can keep working.
What?
No, you can go somewhere.
I think, no, it's, I forgot what it's called.
Why do you think it's a service?
A service because you can also hold the dog too.
So you can hold the dog. So a service, we'll remember, is something you do for someone else.
Do
And
we
a
put our
good is
name
an
on there?
object. So if something's sitting on the table,
there's
and
our
you can
name.
see it, it's an object. But walking a dog, is that an object or something you do for someone else?
I'm done. I'm done.
Something you do for someone else.
Hey, Miss Crusoe, I'm done.
Okay, I'll come look at you.
Basketball. This is a baby.
Now, is this in goods or services? A basketball, is that under goods or service?
Look,
Good, why is that a good?
because
I gotta do this
a
one.
ball is a thing where you can play basketball.
You can play, but this is just a basketball. This is just a ball sitting on our table. Can it sit on your table? Okay. Is that an object or something you do?
It's something we do.
So a basketball is a basketball. So a basketball can sit on our table. It's an object.
Look, the couch was sitting on our table.
Or can a couch just sit there? Does it do anything?
So it's good.
So let's look here. Why is babysitting a service? You're right.
Because you're holding a baby.
You're holding a baby. Is it something you do for someone?
Yes. Because you babysit. And this.
You're babysitting for the parents of the baby.
So I got all of them.
You did? Let's look at this one. So shoveling snow. Is that something you do for someone else?
No.
Or is it an object? Shoveling snow. What if your parents?
Shoveling the snow is good.
So is it an object or is it something you do? If you go outside and you were to shovel snow. So it is actually shoveling snow. It's something you do. So if your parents maybe ask you, hey, can you go outside and shovel the driveway? If they're asking you to do something. So would that be goods or services? A service is something you do for someone else. Angie, can you tell me, you're right about this, why is an author a service? Hey, now, do you want to finish your last one?
I'm done.
I'm
done.
Right with you, okay. So why is it a service?
Where did my cat go? The words.
Yeah,
And sometimes we do the pictures.
you're right, they write.
You have to draw a heart.
That is so true. Yes, an author, they're doing something for someone else. They're making their writing plan, they're writing the picture, drawing the picture sometimes.
No, it's
And they're doing it so the kids can read it. They're doing it for the
My
kids.
name starts with an X.
It's true.
My mom.
No, do you want to put your
starts with
last?
an X too.
Okay, could I have your last, or have your papers? We'll put our lids back on our glue.
I'm not done yet.
That's all right. Yeah, take your time.
Where are we going now?
I'm going to
Back
ask
to
you.
class.
Not yet. I'm going to ask one more question, okay? And we'll let our other friends finish up first.
What?
Can I have your glue? Oh, lady, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. So while we're waiting for everybody to finish up, the last thing I would like to do is go around the table and I would like you all to tell me a good within your home and a service in your home. So let's think for a second, okay?
A service is
Yep, so we'll remember, so we'll think about this and everybody will go around and tell me,
You
why.
gotta get a service, so you gotta get the money so they can be your service.
So I see what you're saying, yeah. So a service is something you do for someone else, remember? And then a good is an object. So can you tell me an object in your home? What's a good in your home?
It's good to clean up the whole place. It's good to vacuum and do the mop.
So what is an object in your home? So a good for our work today is an object.
Clean up the whole trash in here.
Yes, I like what you're saying. So if you're cleaning, are you doing that for someone else?
Yes.
So is that a good or a service? If you're doing something for someone
A
else.
service.
A service, because if you're doing something for someone else, it's called a service. So cleaning your house is a service. What about you, Noah? Can you give me an example of a good?
It's where you help people make their bedroom. That's a service.
Is that a good? Oh, that is a service. You're right. That is. Yeah, you told me a service, helping people clean your bedroom. Good. Angie, do you know an example of a service? What's a service in your home? What's something you can do for someone else in your home?
Like,
I'm gonna make it right to you.
I wash the dishes for my mom.
That is a great. Washing your dishes for your mom is a service. It's something you do.
Like do the dishes for you.
Yeah, you're right. And what's yours? A good. Let's do a good. Can you tell me a good, an object in your home?
An object to do.
So if you do something, it's a service.
Play on your phone.
Is that a good or a service?
Good.
A good. So a good is an object. So we'll want to think of something sitting there, like our flowers, an iPhone, a cupcake. Those are all good.
We
Those are
call
all.
it cell phones. Everybody is cell phones in the older days.
Yeah, you're right. So so let's think of an object. Like in my home, I have a bed. Or an object in my home is a TV. We'll get you some water here soon. Do you know a good? What's an object in your home? So a thing that just, if you could put it on a table or it just sits there, you could hold it. It stays on the table. What's an object in your home?
Dirty and you gotta clean it up.
So
like
cleaning's a
Mom said.
service, yeah.
A phone sitting down.
A phone, yeah, a phone would be a good in your house. Nala, do you know a good that is in your house?
My bed.
Your bed is a
My
good.
pillow.
Pillow, yep, those are all good. They're all objects.
Like a couch.
Going to sleep, is that a good or a service?
Couch is a bed because you can lay on your couch
You can lay
like
on
a
your-
bed.
It's a good, that's a good. So I loved how you guys showed me the difference between goods and services today. And on Monday, we're going to get back together and we're going to do some more things with goods and services, okay?
Are you still gonna pick us?
Yep, you're gonna work with me again on Monday. We're going to do some different things with goods and services.
This Monday? When we
This
done
Monday. Yep.
like for recess?
When you're done with recess, we'll get to work together, okay?
Okay.
Sound good? Okay.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow.
Me either.
Well, it's gonna be my birthday.
Oh, you have your birthday party?
Yeah. Isn't
Do you
that
need
in
some of the same
summer?
people?
Yes. I'll actually, most of you guys were already in my group, so do you guys all want to work with me too?
Yay!